The cameras flashed, the crowd froze, and just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession. Only this time, the stars aren't on a movie set. They're on your TikTok feed, and the drama is spilling out of the screen and, well, right into the courtroom. Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
Yeah, and for today's deep dive, we are unpacking a massive stack of sources to navigate a highly explosive real-time feud. It's currently tearing apart the cast of Hulu's Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, it is an absolute mess.
It really is. We're pulling from Us Weekly, TMZ, Reddit threads, and the Tab to figure out how a digital squabble escalated into a multi-tiered crisis that actually shut down production.
Right, so the mission today is clear. We are going to separate the petty TikTok shade from the shockingly dark legal realities happening behind the scenes. We need to look at what happens when the curated influencer aesthetic collides with the unforgiving fluorescent lights of a courtroom. And then we're going to connect all of this influencer chaos to the broader shifts happening right now in Hollywood reality TV. It is a wild ride.
So to start, we have to look at the bold headline dominating this space right now. The self-proclaimed creator of MomTok is at war with her entire cast.
Which is just wild to watch play out.
Right, and it is playing out aggressively in the comments section for the whole world to see. But to understand the stakes, you have to look at the timeline. It started when Whitney Leavitt quietly unfollowed Taylor Frankie Paul on Instagram.
Wait, an unfollow? Someone unfollows someone, and we're treating this like a geopolitical crisis. I mean, why is a simple click of a button sparking a massive feud?
Well, because in the creator economy, attention and association are literal currency. An unfollow isn't just a personal slight, It is a public declaration that you are divesting from someone's brand.
Ah, like a digital high school cafeteria where seating arrangements are just public declarations of war?
Exactly that. And Taylor understood that immediately. Her retaliation wasn't to text Whitney privately. She immediately changed her Instagram bio to read, creator of MomTok plus SLOMW.
Oh, wow. So she just claimed it.
Yeah, she basically planted her flag on the intellectual property of the group.
Which prompted Whitney to respond with a highly calculated TikTok. She posted a video of herself mouthing an audio clip about grabbing a mic, and she captioned it, "How it feels being creator of MomTok and SLOMW?"
Right, but the real sting was in the text on the video itself.
Yes, where she wrote, "It's not founding mother, it's founding mother SSSS," like emphasizing the S. She's completely rejecting Taylor's monopoly on their collective fame.
And Whitney didn't stop there. She brought in a massive visual and emotional contrast. Shortly after, she posted a video dancing with almost the entire rest of the cast.
Michaela, Layla, Jen, Miranda, Mechi, and Jesse.
Right, Taylor's glaringly absent. Whitney captioned that video, "We're surviving." It was a completely coordinated show of force.
Which Taylor naturally could not ignore. She jumped right into the comments of that post, writing, "Looks like thriving to me, I'll show you surviving."
Oh, the shade.
Right. And then she takes it to her own page, posting a shady video mouthing Lil Wayne lyrics. Specifically the line, "I get what you get in 10 years, in 2 days."
That audio choice is incredibly revealing. It signifies rapid, unearned wealth versus the long-term grind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which perfectly encapsulates the anxiety of the influencer economy. Alongside that audio, Taylor posted a list of opportunities she's allegedly turning down. She claims she passed on Dancing with the Stars and passed on starting a production company.
While taking a direct shot at her castmates.
Yep. She wrote, "She had a whole team going at me during my lowest."
But is Taylor's defensive bragging, like the whole "I turned down Dancing with the Stars" routine, just a survival mechanism? Like a cornered animal puffing up its chest to look bigger to predators?
That's a really good analogy.
Because in the wild, an animal does that to avoid being eaten. On TikTok, it feels like she's doing it to avoid being algorithmically buried.
That is the exact mechanism at play here. It's not just ego. It is pure economics. The social media algorithm explicitly incentivizes this type of conflict.
So she basically has to keep fighting.
Precisely. If Taylor goes quiet, her engagement drops. If her engagement drops, her brand value plummets. She is financially cornered into maintaining this chaotic persona.
But wait, how does that align with her other posts? Because right around the same time, she took to Instagram with this very long emotional selfie post taking accountability.
I saw that, yeah.
She admitted her ego took over, and she explicitly stated she was removing herself from responding to the drama moving forward. She said, "I'll be the first to admit my wrongdoings in the MomTok mess."
You have to look at how quickly that promise dissolved, though. Days after posting that apology, an Instagram fan account posted about Whitney unfollowing her.
And she was right back at it.
Right back in the comment section. She accused Whitney of waiting for her downfall since day one. It highlights how addictive controlling the narrative can be.
Yeah, she just couldn't help herself.
The algorithm doesn't reward quiet reflection or genuine apologies. It rewards constant, escalating conflict.
And the audience is completely feeding into it. If you look at the Brancio/Mormon Wives Hulu subreddit, fans are ripping this apart. People are accusing Taylor of lashing out purely out of jealousy.
Because of the Time 100 feature.
Exactly. Whitney just landed a major feature in the Time 100. They see Whitney focusing on her career while Taylor is embroiled in controversy. Some fans are even brutally dubbing her Taylor Felon Paul.
Which brings us to the most critical pivot in this story. Because while they are fighting over who the founding mother is on TikTok, the reality of Taylor's situation is far more severe than any social media shade.
But wait until you hear what came next. Because beneath the petty TikTok dances and the bio changes, there is a very real, very dark legal battle happening behind the scenes that forced cameras to stop rolling entirely.
And it's intense.
It is. If you're loving these Hollywood twists, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
So let's look at the bold headline for this next segment. Production on Season 5 of Mormon Wives was entirely halted due to a domestic violence investigation and a shocking custody loss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We have to transition away from the social media squabbles and look at the severe, real-world facts being reported by outlets like TMZ and Us Weekly.
This is where the illusion completely shatters. On social media, you can use a ring light, a trending audio, and a filter to smooth out the edges of your life.
Right.
But in a courtroom, the lights are fluorescent, the rules are rigid, and every ugly detail becomes a matter of public record.
Precisely. Us Weekly confirmed that Taylor is only expected to appear in a very limited capacity for Season 5. She will basically just be filming intros and a few pickup shots.
That's a huge drop in screen time.
It is. And the reason for this drastic reduction is a severe domestic violence dispute between Taylor and her ex-boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen.
But how does she go from filming a glossy reality show to being essentially sidelined in a matter of months? There has to be a breakdown in production oversight here. Why wouldn't Hulu just keep the cameras rolling to capture the drama? Historically, that is reality TV 101.
You'd think so, considering how much reality television thrives on dysfunction. But there is a massive difference between interpersonal drama and catastrophic legal liability.
Oh, the liability, of course.
Exactly. Production didn't miss this. Production was halted because of it. In 2023, footage surfaced showing Taylor throwing chairs at Dakota. Both sides denied wrongdoing and filed protective orders against each other.
Right?
But once that footage leaked, the legal liability eclipsed the entertainment value. A major streaming platform cannot film an active domestic violence investigation without exposing themselves to immense corporate risk.
And the real-world fallout for Taylor has been devastating. According to reports, that resurfaced footage resulted in her losing her upcoming season of The Bachelorette.
Yeah, that was a huge blow to her career.
Furthermore, Utah courts awarded Dakota sole custody of their 2-year-old son ever.
And it escalated further from there. TMZ reported that the Department of Children and Family Services, DCFS, actually filed a petition asking a juvenile court to find her 3 children abused, neglected, or dependent.
That is incredibly heavy.
They are seeking protective supervision. For context, she also shares 2 older kids, Indy and Ocean, with her ex-husband Tate Paul.
And amidst all of these formal legal proceedings, the messy influencer dynamic is still violently playing out. Like, Dakota's friend, Crute Eaton, posted a video to TikTok showing Taylor sobbing during a fight.
It just doesn't stop.
It doesn't. Taylor retaliated legally, filing a civil stalking injunction and restraining order against Crute, which a judge actually granted her.
It is a surreal collision of worlds. The legal system is attempting to litigate a family crisis, while the participants are still utilizing TikTok as a weapon.
It gets even more surreal. As part of the court proceedings, Taylor's text messages to Dakota were submitted as evidence. Yeah, she's submitting texts to the judge where she is boasting about being a full-blown MILF with perfect boobs.
Wow.
It's as if her influencer persona completely forgot it was standing in front of a magistrate. Imagine sitting in a sterile courtroom dealing with custody and DCFS, and those texts are entered into the public record.
It perfectly illustrates the disconnect. And her castmates are reacting exactly how you might expect when real-world consequences threaten their livelihoods.
Which is to panic, I assume.
Exactly. The rest of the MomTok cast is reportedly livid, refusing to film with Taylor because they fear the association will cause them to lose lucrative brand deals.
Money talks.
It always does. Whitney even spoke to Interview magazine, stating publicly that the safety of human beings, especially children, comes first. Notice she didn't say that in a TikTok video.
Oh, she went to a legacy publication.
Right, to signal brand safety and distance herself from the legal mess.
So the pressure on Taylor is immense. Between the courts, her castmates, and the public, she recently checked into an inpatient rehab facility to reset her mental health.
Which is a significant step.
Yeah, she made a candid admission on social media stating that damage has been done to the brain and it's her responsibility to retrain and rewire it. But can someone actually heal and rewire their brain when their entire livelihood demands they stay engaged in this highly toxic public feedback loop?
That is the central tension of modern influencer culture. The very mechanism that brought them fame is often the exact thing preventing their rehabilitation.
Right, because they have to keep posting.
If she stops posting, she stops earning.
Yeah.
She is financially tethered to the very algorithm that is destroying her personal life.
And that's not even the wildest part of today's deep dive. Later on, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming in the broader reality TV landscape, involving a massive Netflix debut and a surprisingly peaceful Bravo reunion.
Because this collision between raw social media and real-world consequences isn't just a MomTok problem. It's forcing the entire entertainment industry to rethink how they package these internet stars.
So true.
The rules of reality TV are changing rapidly, and we are seeing that play out right now with Gen Z's biggest name.
Yes, Alex Earle. She is bringing her specific brand of candid chaos to Netflix in 2026 with a new unscripted series called Earle Meets World.
And that's a huge leap for a TikTok star.
Exactly. The show promises to follow her personal and professional life, her blended family, and even address public drama like her fallout with Alex Cooper. But according to Fandom Daily, fans are already incredibly anxious about this. Early social clips from filming have been criticized as being slow or dry.
Which is fascinating because it's the exact opposite of the MomTok problem.
Oh, right.
MomTok is too raw, unregulated, and legally messy.
Yeah.
But with Alex Earle, fans fear her show will be entirely too polished.
But why does that polish ruin the appeal? Why doesn't an influencer's audience want high production value?
Because of the psychological barrier of traditional television. On TikTok, Alex controls the narrative instantly. It feels like a one-to-one FaceTime call.
Yeah, you feel like you're just hanging out with her.
Exactly. You're holding your phone, she is holding hers in a messy bedroom, and there is a powerful illusion of direct intimacy. When you move that to Netflix, you introduce a massive invisible apparatus.
All the cameras and lights.
Right. Suddenly there is a multi-camera setup, boom mics, producers, and a 6-month editing delay. The audience subconsciously feels that machinery, and it breaks the parasocial bond. The friction of high production value destroys the illusion of accessibility.
So we're basically watching traditional streaming platforms try to bottle internet lightning and realizing the glass might be too thick. But this transition from unregulated TikTok chaos to polished long-form television isn't just affecting the newcomers. We are watching the old guard of reality TV adapt to this exact shift. Look at Bravo's Summer House.
Which brings us to a truly shocking development for anyone who follows Bravo. After Carl Racky abruptly called off his 2023 wedding to Lindsay Hubbard, literally weeks before they were supposed to walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
That ultimate toxic romance has actually healed?
And I need to emphasize how rare this is. Lindsay and Carl were the poster children for toxic, unregulated reality TV drama. We have watched them scream at each other for years.
Decades in reality TV time.
Right. But this season, according to Fandom Daily, they have fully rebuilt their friendship. They had a frank, on-camera conversation late in season that provided actual closure. They bonded over the fallout from cast drama involving Amanda Batula and West Wilson.
Yeah.
And now they are strictly platonic friends.
Which is a massive ratings risk for Bravo. Usually, networks milk that animosity for years. But why did Bravo and the cast choose closure over chaos?
Because we're tired.
Because the audience is experiencing outrage fatigue. The MomTok level of total destruction is no longer sustainable for a long-term television brand.
That makes a lot of sense.
Viewers have seen relationships burn to the ground so many times that 2X's having a mature, boundary-setting conversation is actually transgressive and compelling.
It's wild to think that emotional maturity is now the most shocking twist you can pull on reality TV. Lindsay even went on Carl's podcast, and she visited his soft bar where the teddy bear memento still sits.
Some people love it.
They do. Fans are begging for them to get back together, but they are holding a firm line that they are better off remaining platonic.
Which perfectly sets up the final stage of this cultural evolution. If MomTok is the unregulated Wild West, and Alex Earl is the awkward transition into traditional media, then we need to look at what true, mature boundary setting looks like in pop culture today.
And for that, we look at Dylan Sprouse and Barbara Pelvin. They recently announced on the Dylan's Wild Men podcast that they are expecting a baby girl.
A huge announcement.
Dylan was incredibly wholesome, talking about how excited he is to be a girl dad and have tea parties with his principessa.
But what makes this story relevant to our deep dive is how they chose to share this and the real-world connection Barbara has cultivated with her fans. She didn't drop a cryptic, drama-baiting TikTok.
No, not at all.
She has been highly praised for her candor about the tough reality of pregnancy on her own terms. She's been open about struggling with back pain and nausea, especially navigating this after having endometriosis surgery last year, which she credited with improving her chances of conceiving.
Exactly. She is dictating the narrative without letting the algorithm demand toxic drama. By sharing this on a long-form podcast, they allowed for nuance and genuine connection that a 15-second TikTok video completely strips away.
When you look at all of these stories together, it raises a critical question for you, the listener. As consumers of pop culture, what do we actually want?
Yeah, what are we really looking for?
Do we want the raw, destructive reality of unedited social media feuds where we watch people ruin their real lives in real time? Or do we prefer the curated, safely resolved narratives of traditional television and long-form podcasts?
Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next as we continue to track these Hollywood shifts.
To leave you with something to mull over today, as influencers become the new A-list celebrities, the lines between their private legal battles and their public content have completely vanished. When a court document detailing a custody battle or a DCFS investigation becomes just another piece of TikTok gossip to react to in the comment section, are we losing our empathy? Or is this simply the new, terrifying price of modern fame?
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.